Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Afternoon, Habari Wednesday. Let's get it started. The news from the week so far. We're going to let you guys know what's been going on and everything that we've been doing from since Saturday. But the most things we're trying to hit some of the top news that's happened so far this week with Habari Live Wednesday. And you know, on Saturdays we're live too. We talk about most of the things that we that goes on from Wednesday on. We try to keep you guys updated and just get our opinion out here, man. From the streets to the headlines, from the culture to politics, this is Habari Live, your independent voice, your unapologetic news. Tonight we dig into the stories others won't touch. You know, we're just going to dig into them and talk about them a little bit and go into the details of some of the things that we see in our perspective of what's going on out here in politics and the world of news. So good evening. I'm Damon Ellison, like always. Welcome to Habari Live Wednesday.
I'm the co-host, Aisha. And today we have a few different topics we're going to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
But in tonight's top stories, California banned police masks. The California lawmakers did pass a new measure banning most law enforcement officers from wearing masks during operations. The bill does come after growing criticism that mask use make it difficult to identify officers from that are performing misconduct, so to say.
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, the reason why they didn't wear masks before.
Right.
So I'm guessing the reason why they start wearing masks is they don't feel comfortable because of the things that they're doing. Mm-hmm. So they start putting masks on. It's the only thing I can think of. Why else would you wear a mask? If you felt good about what you were doing, there's no reason to put a mask on.
Right.
If you felt like you was complying to the Constitution and to all the rules of law and to what has been done throughout history in America, you wouldn't need a mask. You're putting a mask on to hide your face because you feel ashamed about your things that you're doing right now for a $50,000 bonus.
Right.
And that's what's going on. And, you know, people are putting their lives because, you know, people are shooting at the thing. And I know you're going to talk about that. But, you know, that's what's going on, man, for a little money and screw the Constitution.
Exactly. I mean, you know, but supporters are arguing that this change promotes transparency, especially in large demonstrations where communities say that accountability has been specifically missing from their specific communities. And law enforcement groups are pushing back, saying that the masks are necessary for officer safety, especially when they're doing undercover work or during a violent crowd control.
Yeah. Man, they don't need those masks, man. If it was a situation, like I said, if it was a big riot and there was going to be a lot of tear gas, you understand that. You understand if it was people were throwing a lot of rocks that you have masks on, but that's not the situation. So it doesn't make any sense.
Right. Exactly. You're absolutely right. And also this week, the Pentagon is tightening their media rules. The new rules will now require reporters to get approval before publishing even unclassified information. While critics say that this creates a chilling effect on journalism, especially potentially from keeping the public in the dark about the military's actions and its spending. And the Pentagon officials claim that it's about ensuring consistency and trying to avoid misinformation from being released.
Wow. It's pretty crazy, man. These people, man, have yelled and screamed about free speech this, free speech that. They want they want to be able to say what they want to say, but now they're going against other other when it comes to other groups that complete the whole picture when it comes to the First Amendment. And what are they doing? They're going against all of the Constitution again, and they always saying why people are always saying why they call it a dictator and this and that. Look at the rules. Look at the moves this man is making.
Right.
This is what you do, man. You close down the press. This is a A1 authoritarian move.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they get mad talking about, oh, well, we need to lower the temperature. Why don't y'all stop doing crazy stuff?
Right.
You know, I mean, this stuff is crazy, man. You don't want anything to come out of the Pentagon that doesn't get the okay from the top. Like what? Right. It's like, oh man, so what are you so now stories are just gonna start getting leaked out and you're just gonna become a sin. You think that the stories are just gonna stay in there and things aren't gonna get out?
Watch out, because people are about to get fired for whistleblowing, leaking the information. But they're saying that this change is raising big questions about press freedom and government transparency at a time when global conflicts are actually escalating right now. But I defer.
Man,
it's crazy out there.
Yeah,
it really is. But moving on, ICE had a shooting this week in Dallas at one of their field offices where 3 people were shot. And the details are still technically coming out. It's very little out there right now, but police do say multiple victims were taken to the hospital and the motive does remain unclear. So the incident is still under investigation at this point. But, ICE facilities have been long flashpoints for protests and controversy with immigrants' rights.
Get close.
And activists frequently clashing with federal authorities, basically.
I mean, there is a little bit coming out. I mean, they showed the guy's picture, and he was 29 years old. I didn't see his name, but I did see another picture that I think that was released. I don't know exactly who released it. A picture of some bullets with anti-ice on it. I'm not sure why a person is anti-ice is shooting people that are detained. That's kind of weird. I don't understand that. No officer was hurt at all. So yes. I'm not sure what was going on with that. But they pushed the motive that it said anti-ice on one of the bullets.
Right.
It looked kind of weird the way it was written, and it was kind of goofy looking. I don't know, man. I mean, they already look at him talking about the shooter was a leftist, another leftist. Right. I know the left is so crazy. Yeah, man. I don't know what person from the left would shoot the people that they're detaining.
Right.
It doesn't really make any sense. We're for the people that they are detaining. Why would he shoot them? We want those people to get a fair chance to go to court.
So confusing.
And why would a person who's from the left go and shoot up people that we're trying to get their day in court?
Right, exactly.
So I'm not really sure what people are talking about. Everybody already run into their corners on stuff. We haven't even heard what his manifesto or anything like that, or what he's trying to do. We do know, the guy from the ABC shooting, it did come out that he was talking about going against Pam Bondi and going against Cash Patel. We don't know if he's left or right, but he seems to not like them. But what's going on in this country and the way they've ratcheted things up, a lot of people are upset with them. And the way they're stomping on the Constitution, a lot of people are pissed off, man. And we've already seen a hit on his life almost what 2 times.
Yep.
So I mean, it's dangerous right now, man, politically, and people are pissed off, and they're sick of the rhetoric and the craziness. We're supposed to be trying to help each other, but only thing they want to do is talk about all the radical left and all this and point fingers and not really doing anything to fix anything, man. The way we're going right now.
You're right. But, it's not clear whether or not, the guy from Dallas, if he had any political motivations behind him committing the incident, the crime.
Right.
But the shooting does highlight additional tensions around immigration enforcement in America
Yeah, man.
altogether, considering that, like you said, we have people who are for these people. So it's kind of confusing that if he was for these people, why would he go out there and harm these people?
Who knows? It's a crazy environment right now,
Right.
man. Like I said, things are ratcheted up. We got people treating people badly because they're immigrants, telling people that they're criminals and they're bringing their worst and all the things that are being said. None of that stuff is helpful, man.
It isn't.
And they want to holler, it's the leftists. We don't know what this guy is, but we pray for the families and the people that's going through this. That's all that matters.
We'll keep watching.
Yeah, but we'll keep our eyes open. But
Definitely.
it seemed crazy to me. Like I said, if he's a person that's for the people getting their rights, why would he shoot them independently? He was just open fire on everybody and anybody. So that really didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
It doesn't.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. This week, Jasmine Crockett was targeted by a racist rant by none other than Texas Congresswoman Laura Loomer.
She's not a congresswoman.
Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett was faced with racist attacks this week by a far-right activist, Laura Loomer.
Right.
Loomer's comments, widely condemned as racist and misogynistic, were part of a broader pattern of online harassment aimed at women of color in Congress. Crockett, who's been outspoken on issues like voting rights and police accountability, responded by calling out the culture of hate that fuels these types of attacks that congresswomen are facing. And many of her colleagues are rallying behind her, while Loomer is doubling down on the comments that she made.
But do you have her comments? Could you please find them?
Yes, give me just 2 minutes and I can find those comments for you.
I mean, Laura Loomer, how you don't have the comments? Like, what? Come on. Laura Loomer is a very racist person. She's said a lot of racist things, and they want to. She has the ear of the president. Laura Loomer has the ear of the president. When she wanted people fired, that was from the Biden administration. She was able to get those people removed. I mean, that's what's going on, man. And she's a outright racist,
Yeah, so I'm not repeating the words that Laura Loomer said because they was real racist, but I will say this is what she said. She called Jasmine Crockett a ghetto black bee after Crockett criticized a resolution honoring conservative Charlie Kirk. Loomer followed up her racism with an attempted mockery of black culture and derogatory tweets aimed at her staff and her followers. And, it's just...
That's not all she said.
It's part of a disturbing pattern that black women or lawmakers from Crockett to Kamala, to Sheila Jackson have been being targeted by these specific individuals like that. But this is what she's mostly facing backlash for, is for calling her a ghetto black bee.
Right. She called her ghetto. She said a lot of little racist little things. And then, we supposed to look over these things when these people are saying things like this. We supposed to just act like they're just normal when they're in the White House.
Right.
There's no racism. And the first thing they do is go to the most racist tropes they can find. So it's hard to say it's not racism when that's the first thing they go to. That's their most that's what they talk about the most. This is what is most important to them. So to say, oh, we're not racist, we're man, what's going on? Why is that what the corner that you run to every time?
Every time.
My goodness, man. We're just trying to there's things that we could do, and then yet they're always saying they don't want to hear about race. But the first people to be racist though. But you don't want to hear about don't want to talk about these things all the time. Well, hey, maybe you should stop being racist. That's probably a good idea.
Right.
But, whatever. What? That's all you got? Why couldn't you say that? So, next we got cash and contracts, the cover-ups, the Time Homan $50,000 story that's came out. It's just trying to hold power to account, man. We got Tom Homan taking bribes, and for some reason he was not prosecuted, and all of this case just goes away once Trump gets into office. So it's crazy, man. These are the people who talking about they're gonna clear the swamp and do this and do that, but it's nothing more swampy than them. It's ridiculous, man. All the crimes that these guys are criminals, man. But hey, somehow they're getting away with it. So I don't get it, man. It's an explosive story that smells like clash and influence, and a Justice Department that quietly closed the books. Tom Homan, President Trump's border czar, allegedly accepted a bag with $50,000 from undercover FBI agents. That's crazy, man. He took $50,000. I know you guys don't care. You're always talking about the Pelosi and Hillary Clinton taking bribes and all this. Your guy was caught on camera taking bribes. I guess as long as he's getting rid of immigrants, it's okay. You don't care that he's a criminal.
Right.
He took a bribe on camera. But he took it from undercover FBI agents, man. The probe was shut down. The explanation, no credible evidence. The reaction, defense from the White House, they're digging in like always.
Like always, but we're asking the questions the powerful don't want to hear. Who benefits from this? Why was the investigation suddenly dropped? And what message does this send about accountability when politics and justice are colliding here?
Man, let's go ahead and play this clip of Laura Ingraham asking Tom Homan, talking about the situation of him taking the $50,000 in a cash bag from an undercover FBI agent. Go ahead and run that clip.
I'll give you a chance to address this article that came out over the weekend, and it was on our always reliable MSNBC, and they said that you took $50,000 in cash in a bag from an undercover FBI agent to help them win government contracts in Trump's second term. The DOJ said they concluded there was no criminal wrongdoing, but nevertheless, that story is out there, and I imagine you want to respond to that.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I did nothing criminal. I did nothing illegal. And it's hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. And I'm glad the FBI and DOJ came out and said, said that nothing illegal happened and nothing, no criminal activity. You're talking about a guy who spent 34 years enforcing the law. I mean, I left a very successful business that I ran to come back and work for a government again. I'm back on a government paycheck. Not only did I sacrifice my family sacrifices, I make sacrifices every day. I got more death threats than anybody. I got a security team around me, but guess what? My kids don't. My wife don't. I mean, I haven't lived with my wife in months because I don't want her to be here right now with all the threats. So after all the sacrifices, after serving my nation for all these years, they want to come on and dirty me up. And it's not going to end. There's a hit piece on me every 2 weeks. But keep coming, because you know what? Tom Homan isn't going anywhere. Tom Homan isn't shutting up. And Tom Homan's going to keep doing what he's doing, because working with President Trump's the greatest honor of my life. We're making this country safer again every day, and we're going to keep doing it.
Get out of here with that mess. That was complete garbage. So he gonna try to blame just victims. They always trying to point at the left, talking about victim this, victim that. That was victimhood. You take no responsibility of yourself being caught on camera taking a bag of $50,000 by the FBI. You're gonna blame the media and say it's a hit piece. You're going to say it's somebody coming after you and boo-hoo me because you're taking cash, promising things when you got in charge, right. Promising things when Trump got into office. You did that. How are you going to blame the media for reporting what you did? Nah, it's a hit piece. Bro, you the one that's committing crimes.
Dude's going to say he deserves more.
25 million illegals. What are you talking about? What are they ain't got rid of no 25 million nothing. And what are you talking about 25 million? What are you talking about? Come on, man, stop it.
But you know.
Why would the left shoot an illegal?
Right.
Listen to yourself.
Exactly.
The left are the people that are pushing for the illegals to be able to get their day in court. Why would they shoot them? How does that sound? How does that sound? I mean, you make it sound y'all believe anything. Then y'all come and say we believe stuff.
Look, that was a bonus.
That was a bonus to hire contractors. That's called good business. Gotta get what are we talking about here? Anyway.
Right. But you know, we also have a clip of Carolyn Levitt speaking on Mr. Homan, saying that he never took the $50,000. So you should get your facts straight. You had FBI agents going undercover to try to entrap one of the president's top allies and his supporters. Mr. Homan did absolutely nothing wrong, is what Carolyn Levitt is saying in this clip. So let's go ahead and watch what she has to say.
Caroline, so too on the Homan investigation, I mean, can you just speak to, did the president ask the Justice Department to close the case, and does Homan have to return the $50,000?
Well, Mr. Homan never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight, number one. Number two, this was another example of the weaponization of the Biden Department of Justice against one of President Trump's strongest and most vocal supporters in the midst of a presidential campaign. You had FBI agents going undercover to try and entrap one of the president's top allies and supporters, someone who they knew very well would be taking a government position months later. Mr. Homan did absolutely nothing wrong, and even the President's Department of Justice, even Kash Patel's FBI, looked into this just to make sure. They had a number of different prosecutors and FBI agents who looked into this. They found zero evidence of illegal activity or criminal wrongdoing. In the White House and the President stand by Tom Homan 100% because he did absolutely nothing wrong, and he is a brave public servant who has done a phenomenal job in helping the President shut down the border.
So let's get to the timeline here. August, September 2024, undercover FBI agents posed as businessmen met with Tom Homan. They allegedly handed him a Cava restaurant bag containing $50,000 in cash as part of a broader FBI sting tied to separate public corruption probes. The recording, because he is on tape, and they can say that he didn't take anything, but the problem is he's on tape. So the recording source says Homan was recorded accepting the cash and discussing potential government contracts tied to immigration enforcement if a second Trump administration came to pass. The outcome, the Justice Department later closed the investigation, saying agents and prosecutors found no credible evidence, even though there was a video, of criminal wrongdoing. The decision made after Trump returned to office was prompted accusations of a politicized cover-up. Yeah, right. Oh man, they crazy, man.
Real crazy.
That is crazy.
But there's stakes and there's context. So why does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't just about one bag of cash. It's about the integrity of who makes policy and who enforces those policies.
Mm-hmm.
If a senior advisor is recorded taking a large cash payment from people posing as contractors and promising to help them secure deals, that should be a pretty big red flag.
Mm-hmm.
But if the DOJ then closes the probe with the stated reason that there's no credible evidence, the public has a right to demand transparency. We have a right to know exactly what happened, and we have a right to see that video.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping the video is released of this guy committing a criminal act, taking bribe money and putting it in his pocket. Now, this guy is the number one pulling people off the streets. They're shooting at people. They done shot people up. They done killed people. His ICE is the most destructive ICE we've seen in the history of America. The things they are doing right now today is usually, man, it's pretty quiet. ICE, you never hear anything about what ICE is doing or any people that they're beating up or pushing around or anything, man. Usually it's pretty quiet because they're going after criminals and people that most people aren't paying attention to. But when you're going after workers and kids and people who are paying their dues, they're trying to go to court, then you arrest them once they see the judge when they come outside of the court. That's not fair, man. That's going after legal immigration. And remember, man, Homan is not a low-level staffer. He's the boulder czar with influence over immigration, enforcement, and contracts, who stands to profit if lines between public service and private gains blur. We know who's going to profit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Reuters and ABC, they supposedly came out with this information for the recording closure. Other outlets like Politico also reported on this. So it's been a big deal since it came out. So here's what the DOJ and others are saying in the FBI leadership. And DOJ prosecutors concluded the investigation didn't produce prosecutable evidence. They have a video
Of him taking the money.
And there's no prosecutable evidence. Like, this guy's just everything, just like how Trump should have paid for an insurrection, but he's out being the president. In part because Homan wasn't in government at the time and because it was unclear if he agreed to perform a specific official act for the money. The White House slammed the probe as politically motivated, and it reiterated its support for Homan. $50K, man, it don't matter how much money it is. He took it.
Right. But let's go ahead and translate that, if you will. Not prosecutable means
he didn't do anything wrong, right?
Clean as a whistle. It could also mean politically inconvenient to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
We need to ask whether standards of conduct were applied evenly, or if they were even shelved when the target moved from private citizen to a key ally.
It's just, again, the rich and powerful being able to get away with crimes, do what they want to, then look down on the poor people who commit crime and call them criminals and thugs and throw them in jail for years and years. To me, it doesn't matter if he was in office or not. The fact that he took the money on the pretense that he was going to be in office, that right there to me is criminal. And this should be investigated more. Why would they not look at this? How can you not? I mean, all the people that they are treating like trash, they're trying to go after Letitia James, talking about mortgage fraud, making up the crimes. Like, it's ridiculous what they're doing. So this guy has committed a blatant crime, and they're not going to investigate. They have no idea what's going on. No credible evidence of criminal wrongdoing, they say. This is the DOJ statement.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Who in their right mind would believe this? But hey, former DOJ prosecutors or ethics expert, man, they're saying this is a crime. So why they keep doing that, man? We I don't know, man. We got to do better. A Cava bag with $50,000 recorded in an exchange. It's the allegations. This from a person that we hold dear in the government. He's supposed to be doing a great job. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand, man. I don't get it. Do you trust the DOJ to investigate powerful figures equally when you seeing things like this? When you seeing the government doing whatever they want to, people getting away with things like this. We know it was on camera. We know he's caught. And we're not going to do anything about it.
Do I trust the DOJ to investigate, or do I specifically trust Trump's DOJ to investigate? Because if it's Trump's DOJ, no, I don't trust the motherfuckers to investigate nothing that the motherfuckers do at all.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
But, we'll hold names, dates, and receipts up to the light. If justice looks different depending on who's in power, that's where democracy loses, if you ask me.
Yeah, man. But, it's been an attack on democracy right now. That's normal every day for us in America today. The things that we're dealing with is just, this is normal, man. So we laid out some facts reported by national outlets. Undercover agents allege a 50,000 exchange. DOJ closed the probe and said there was no credible evidence. The White House has defended Homan, but facts on paper aren't the same as accountability in practice.
You're absolutely right. Because this is what we really want. Public release of any exculpatory or inculpatory evidence that can be lawfully shared, congressional oversight if necessary, and a clear, independent accounting of how this decision was reached. We can let the smokescreen explanations be the end of the story. We just can't let what they're doing and what they're trying to use as a distraction say that this is what happened and leave it at that.
Yeah, man. It's a call to action. If you want to call your representatives, make sure they hold them accountable for this. Hit them up. Talk to the people that's supposed to be in Congress to represent you. We shouldn't let this guy get away with this. If this is there, just like the Epstein tapes, we want to see these tapes.
Right.
We want to see this, man. If we have to keep them. We have to keep fighting. Even though we know the Republicans are going to do everything they can not to release the information. But like I said, man, we want these.
We want those Epstein files too.
And we want this. We want all of it from these crooks. They do everything they can, man, to hide what they do and how they treat people. Somehow this information always don't come out. So, man, we're going to keep pushing for leads. We'll keep pushing until we have answers. We're going to keep pushing. And we're going to keep letting you guys know what's going on and exactly what we need to do to stand up. They want to hold everybody else accountable. They're talking about criminals and crooks.
Except themselves.
They want to bring out the military because they say crime is so bad. Why aren't they held accountable? Why do they why do they get to go home when others have to go to the penitentiary and the pen? Why do they get the cushy lampoon vacation pens while everybody else got to go to Menard?
Right.
While we got to go to upstate to the hard penitentiaries? Why these people living a cushy life when they do go to jail? Trump 34 felonies. They talking about that guy. He had all these crimes. Yeah, you just elected a dude with 34 felonies. You don't care about people getting a second chance. It's just about what they look like. That's all that is. Let me see. Mikhail Ghana Abdullah. What does he say? The House of Representatives, the Senate, and the White House, the Republicans have. And you, oh my goodness. Do you have to be racist? Damn. A judge is withholding the evidence. Duh. I guess that's what you're saying. Are you saying, dude? I don't know. They will just give him a pardon. However, go after the everyday. Exactly, man. We get punished while they get slaps on the wrist for taking bribes and stealing money from the everyday people. Leave it to you Democrats to find everything wrong about everything good. Now, what's good about Tom Homan? Nothing's good about that guy. He hasn't said anything good about anyone. He's made immigrants into villains. He's came in with an ugly demeanor, putting down people. I never see the guy smile or be happy about anything. It's just talk down on immigrants and get them. They're monsters. That's all they do. Man, nothing good about what they're doing, man. There's ways where they can get rid of people who they were supposed to be getting rid of, the criminals. But they're at Home Depots. Man, they even arrested a dude who was working in the fire. He was working a fire. They arrested him, picked him up. They're going to plants, people working. Like they're not going after the people we thought they were going to go after. It's disgusting what they're doing. And Tom Homan is the leader. This ICE has ratcheted up America. Everybody's on the brink because these people are running around snatching people up. And then they're like, oh my goodness, somebody shot at us. Well, what you think is going to happen the way you guys are acting right now? People feel as though the country is under siege by ICE. They feel like their families are under attack. Now, we don't know exactly why this guy in Texas came and shot at ICE. But man, dude, the way things are ratcheted up right now, the way things are going, the way ICE are shooting at people, snatching people out of the cars and snatching people out of this stuff is ugly, man. There's got to be a better way. And then what do? They release videos gloating about it. They released a video with Pokemon talking about gotta catch them all. I mean, come on, man. They are treating people like cartoon characters, like this shit is a game. I mean, dude, it's unbelievable what's going on, man. We got to do something better, man. The country is supposed to be looking out for one another, regardless if you're legal, illegal. They're illegal. They should get their day in court. If they're not doing the right things, send they butt back to where they came from.
I agree.
People come here for amnesty, to sign up for amnesty, for they can get a chance to do something better. It doesn't matter what color the person is, man. You guys are okay if the person is from South Africa, if they're from Switzerland, Norway, then it's fine. But if they're from South Africa and they're not the right color, or South America, you're mad. Oh God. Let me write anti-ICE on casing before I exact my anger on exactly what I was saying. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, man. It seems like somebody wrote on those bullets. It doesn't seem right, man. What he's shooting at who? If you're on a roof, I'm guessing you have a scope and you can see who you're going to shoot.
That part.
So he indiscriminately just shot all detainees, but he's anti-ICE. That's kind of crazy to me, man. Who the hell shoots up the detainees when we're trying to ride for the detainees? Why are you shooting at them? Dallas media saying he was aiming at ICE. However, he kept hitting the I mean, I don't mean to laugh. This is a serious situation, but that doesn't make sense. He's aiming at ICE, but he kept hitting the other people.
Right. Make it make sense.
That doesn't make sense, man. That doesn't make sense to me. But hey, I mean, we'll find out more as more come out, man. But that sounds crazy. He was aiming at ICE, but he couldn't hit him, so he kept hitting the other people. What kind of aim is that?
Not a very good one.
He had the confidence to sit on the rooftop, yards away. So he must had some type confidence in his shot. To think that his shot was somebody else and he hit 3 people that he wasn't aiming at 3 times. Not one officer was hit. That's kind of crazy. And you're saying that he was aiming at them? I don't know. That sounds kind of weird.
It does.
But you know, man, it's crazy because how high everything is ratcheted up right now, man. We can't go a week without another shooting. It's just shooting after shooting, political shooting after shooting. You got so many stories, man. The Minnesota just a month ago, Charlie Kirk just 2 weeks ago. Now this is happening, and they're trying to make this political too, man.
Right.
So
and let's not forget the 3 people that were killed and 2 others that were injured in South Phoenix today. I mean, it's just the gun violence is the issue.
Oh.
That's what we need to do something about. That's the problem. Gun violence.
Okay. Well, I mean, yes, that definitely was crazy. My condolences to all the families. Crazy story down in South Phoenix. It definitely had anything to do with politics, anything, but definitely another sad story of gun violence in Phoenix. And yeah, man, what you said? 3 people died, and 2 people were injured. So yeah, I'm sick of the gun violence. It's the same old story every day. We wake up every week now. It seems like we have another political shooting. The country has to come together. Now I know it's a lot of people that just they love this. They love the violence. This is what they want. But us normal people, we just want to be able to debate ideas and come together to help the actual people that mean something. And what do you mean you're always held accountable? That is such BS. Dems are never held accountable, and neither are criminals in vile states. Name one Dem or criminal. Well, I can name a lot of Dems that were held accountable. We had what was his name? Tarkenton took a picture with his hands over a girl's boobs. Was immediately let go. Immediately. Now, if that would have been a Republican, they would have came up with every excuse in the world why he shouldn't be removed, and he wouldn't have been removed. He still would have been in there. So we've seen many Democrats get removed or get dropped because of things that they done and things that they did, and the Democrat Party wasn't with it. But we saw the Republican Party fight for rapists, all type weirdos, and never had a problem about it. So I'm sick of y'all double standards when it comes to morals. You have morals when it comes to Democrats and what they do. Oh my God, Bill Clinton, he cheated on his wife. Oh my God.
Impeach him.
Oh, get him out of there. Now you have a dude who y'all don't care how many times he cheated.
Openly said, grab her by the pussy.
All type crazy stuff he said, and they okay with it. So the moral stuff that y'all talk about, y'all can leave that stuff alone because we all know it's fake. You don't have any morals anymore. The guy that you put in as president is the least. The least. He has the least morals. He's the least the less the worst person that I've ever seen been a president. Cheated on his wife multiple times, rape cases. I mean, dog, he's been married quadruple, I don't know how many times, but 3-4 times. And sitting around talking about somebody else and what they're doing in their life. It's crazy. And then you want to sit there talking about morally what the Democrats did. Get out of here. Y'all lost that 2016 when y'all first voted for this dude. Look, you two are lovely. I would love to hug you and buy you lunch. You are what the left is. Honest people, but angry at the BS. Anger at fascism is righteous. I love you guys. Right on. We love you too, Cynthia Ghost. We appreciate you. BCO says, bro, that's like every president is not like, I have never seen a felon president. I'm sorry. You're incorrect. That is not like every president.
I've never seen a president that was a felon.
Never seen a president that's been said the things. The grab them by the P thing that would have destroyed any other candidate. I remember what was it? Harold Dean, I think it was the dude. How? Yeah.
Right.
I think it was Dean. Forget his name. That's all he did. Career over. Now you could openly talking about grabbing girls by the P, man, and your career is done. So I mean, dude, it's a different time, man. The 90s, you couldn't do things like what Trump is doing. They would have been and got him out of it with the pictures with Epstein, all the things that he's had going on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that BCO, but it's not to the level of Trump. And Nixon had already been in office for years when those things happened. It wasn't before he was elected that he did crazy things and became a criminal. He didn't pay for his crimes. I'll give you that. Stupid. Not Rachel. Wow. Whatever, dog.
I can assure you I've been this yellow my whole life.
Clinton was not a criminal before. Bush was not a criminal before. Clinton still isn't a criminal now. I mean, stop it. What are you talking about? Yeah, man, I have to agree. Trump makes Nixon like Mother Teresa. I agree. You say Bush killed 1 million in Iraq. Hey, I can agree that the war in Iraq was all mess.
It was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary for us to be out there. I agree. But I can't say that he was a criminal, even though that was criminal. But he wasn't taken up on criminal charges because, he wanted to finish what his daddy finished, what his daddy started back in the early 90s. So, Fister, go read a book. So MAGA is example of blind. I agree. Blind loyalty. It doesn't matter what happens or what they do. It doesn't matter how far away from their morals they have to go. They're going to keep going. I saw a statistic that was talking about how people they don't call themselves Republicans anymore. Now they're just MAGA. Like 70% of so-called Republicans call themselves MAGA. They're not Republicans anymore. They don't pick up conservative values. They don't care about those things anymore. Those days are done. They're MAGA. And that's what they are. That's what they're about. I don't know what they're going to do when MAGA dies. Because it is just a phase. Now, it's lasted for like 10 years, but it's going to go away. Just like the Tea Party. Remember that? Mm-hmm. We're taxed enough already. Or mama, it's your fault. Oh, man. It's stuff they used to do. And that's gone. What happened to that? Now they MAGA. There'll be something else. Whatever is next that they gonna go to. Some new mess. For black money for the CIA and their impoverished black communities. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, brother. Psst, MAGA wants everyone who is pedo to be locked up. What's the difference? We don't have I'm not sure they do. Because we're trying to get the people that's committing those crimes on those files, and Republicans keeps yeah, I mean you're right. You're right. Democrats do. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Democrats definitely do. They're trying to do everything they can, but the MAGA's best argument now is why didn't Democrats release it when they were in charge? That's their argument now. Even though they kept saying that they were going to release the files when they got in charge. Now it's why didn't the Democrats do it? Biden didn't care, I guess. I don't know. Let's all pray. Please, God, help MAGA stop whining for one day. Just one day of peace from these thin-skinned dipshits. Today is escalators. Yesterday, Tylenol. Please, God. That's real, man. It is crazy.
I kind of like that analogy they used too.
Yeah,
though.
man. And then, this is to see Trump mad because the escalator wasn't working. And then it comes out that one of his staffers shut it down somehow, hit a button that shut it down. And he's looking and talking about the UN is trash. He called everybody in Europe, their country trash because immigrants. Like, man, dog. And then they say, oh, this dude, he's not racist. He's not racist. You just call all immigrants across the world trash. And they're destroying whatever country that they're coming to. Your countries used to be beautiful. Now they're trash. They're trash. Like he just shitted on the whole Europe and all immigrants across the world in front of everybody. Like he doesn't really care or understand what he's saying. I don't know. But man, dude is that was Reagan, my brother. Reagan brought in the cocaine, not Clinton. Clinton is the one that put in the sentences that really hurt the black community. But at the same time, he did give police cars. He gave funds to get better polices in the community. He did do that. But Reagan was the one that brought the crack into black communities. BCO, not Clinton. So get your stuff right. Now Clinton, like I said, he did the mandatory minimums. That did hurt the black community a lot. But crack cocaine was a big deal back then, and a lot of black leaders wanted those mandatory minimums, and they fought to get something done with the crack that was going on in the neighborhoods. And unfortunately, it did work, man. It's not like it was in the 90s and the crack wars and the crack days. It's not like that anymore, man. The crime has went down. The amount of murders that was going on at that time has went down. You're not seeing 600-700 murders a year in cities like we used to see in the 90s, which was a normal occurrence, man, back then. So we're happy to see crime go down, and we don't see those things. And unfortunately, it was horrible. It could have been a better way to get things done instead of putting that bill in place. But it did do what it was supposed to do, which was shut down the crack trade. It did ruin communities. I 100% agree. I believe that bill hurt Hillary Clinton a lot. That's why she didn't win, because of that bill, and she had something to do with that. But it put in place someone that made it even worse today for our people. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? They wanted her to pay for what he did back then, and now we get a person that's even worse and who wants to put the military in our neighborhoods. So you're playing around with things, and back then it was a different time, man. You had to seem tough on crime. You had to be tough on those things because crime was really, really bad. It's today we are caught up on online and a lot of things that happen online, and we don't really understand that crime is a lot lower than it was in the 90s. And we think that things are so much worse. We don't see the kidnapping numbers that we used to see in the 80s and 90s. We don't see the things that we used to see back then. But the way we think today is this is the worst that it's ever been. And we are incorrect when it comes to that. Things can get better. I'm not saying that it's perfect because we're seeing a lot of political crime and a lot of mass shootings in schools. We still have crimes in underprivileged areas with gangs and things like that. It's not perfect, but we have came a long way from the 80s and 90s. You have to admit that, and we have a long way to go. And getting, I think that we get some stricter laws on some things, and some opportunities, because that's part of it. We already know that over policing and putting people in prison is not the answer. So we have to come with different answers, and the answers are usually jobs, opportunity, schooling. One thing I really think that Democrats should do, or they're going to lose again, is they should go all the way left. You know what the guy in New York, what he's doing, talking about a lot more socialist programs. I don't think you should go that far, but free schools, free community colleges, pushing that forward. That's a big thing, man. Pushing forward for opportunities and jobs in neighborhoods, and figure out how we can get jobs in places where there are no jobs. How can we get food into food deserts? How can the government help those things? We know we need to raise taxes to do these things, to get these things together, but we know it can be done. If you want to stop crime, we know how to do it. Your party has tried to ruin this country. January 6th should have never happened. You're right, but it has nowhere close to as bad as the. Oh my God. You're wrong, man, because the Floyd and the Black Lives Matters riots, which are the same things, all of it was about Black Lives Matter. Every Black person that died in those times was all about, back the hashtag, not the group, but it's it's nowhere near the same. January 6th was trying to take over our actual country. They had senators who were trying to vote to put the president in place for the next 4 years, and we had people running through trying to kill and hang people, and taking shits on desks, tearing up the building. And you're going to try to say that some right there, some things happened that shouldn't have. Some buildings were burned up. Definitely, man. I'm not saying that burning up buildings should be good, but the people have the right to protest. America was founded on protesting. The Revolutionary War was founded on protesting. The Civil War was founded on the abolitionists protesting, standing up. John Brown standing up, taking a stand against the government, trying to take over forts for the Black people can be free. It's all, man, protesting. People stand up. That's what America's built on. But when it's Black people and the people are brown, you don't want to see the protests. You don't want to hear from the Black people. You want them to go away. You want them to Kyle Rittenhouse. I mean, y'all made a hero out of this guy for shooting up protesters.
Didn't they though?
That wasn't armed. The guy got away with man. I mean, this is America today, man. And then y'all make them into heroes like you did with Zimmerman. You guys made him into a hero. You invite him into conservative circles, and you make him a hero, and then turn around and say that, oh, we're not evil. We're not evil. Here you go, Andre Williamson. The Black community embraced toxic ghetto rap culture, which promotes dysfunction, then double down on it. You stand on it. But the problem, brother, is this. Not everybody listens to rap music or abide by rap culture. You're 100% wrong to think that the entire Black community is in a phase of rap music, and rap music is for the youth, for the youngsters, for the
It's for the
people
party
that are young.
goers.
They're not for the old people. We don't listen to that anymore. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, do we have issues with our youth getting into to mess? Yes. It's not all the way fixed. There's a lot of things that needs to be fixed. But what are we doing here, man? We always pointing fingers at people and telling what they need to do, but we never come with any solutions. I don't think the music I think the music is an issue to a degree. Do I think it makes our
Is it the
entire
soul
culture?
issue?
No, I do not. I don't think that. There are a lot of white kids that listen to rap music.
Right on, BCO.
A lot of them. Can we try to
start
start a civil middle party? I don't know, man. I don't know if we can start a party that's based on a middle ground. I don't know, brother. That's a good question. There's other parties out there, the Green Party. There's other parties. But I think that the ideals have to be very strong, and most citizens have to abandon one party to another to create this other party. It's going to be tough because the way the Republicans are very gung ho about their party. If you siphon off votes from the Democrats, then they're automatically going to win. So it's a tough situation when it comes to that. No offense, but I love rap, and man, everybody we definitely love rap, but living rap culture and living the things that they are rapping about and listening to the music is two different things. So you were talking about the culture, and I'm saying that not everybody assigned to that culture. Some people go to work every day. Some people wake up in the morning and listen to a little rap on their way to taking care of their job so they can feed their family. And that's what most people do. There's not everybody that listens to this music is doing what they can to become a part of this culture of rap. You don't even face your own. How am I deflecting? How did I deflect one time? I said that not everyone is going about this culture. I look in the city. Not everybody in the city wants gangs, man. It's people who are older, who live in their neighborhood, who are like, man, just get this stuff out of here. Now I watch I watch people that, and they're like, man, we don't want this mess. They trying to do the best for their community. Now we have young kids who are a small percentage of the community that are doing bad things. And you guys treat those people that are doing bad things as the entire community. We need to fix these small pockets of bull so we can make it better for everyone else. Y'all try to make it like grandma out there with an AR-15 out there bussing. Like everybody black is out there just shooting up the community. Like, man, dog, stop the bullshit. We know it's kids from about 16 to like 25 that are usually the issues, young men, because they don't have direction in life. And we need to do more to give these kids something to do. You know, and right now, we today in Texas, another 29-year-old white kid shoots up the place. Why don't y'all ever go and worry about what's going on with white people shooting up stuff? Why are y'all always, how many shootings have we seen? We just saw the one in Colorado. Dude was a white supremacist. We saw the one with Charlie Kirk. Like, come on, stop it, man. Stop talking about what black people are doing and start focusing on these other people, man. Goodness, I'm so sick of racists. You worried about us so motherfucking much. Just stop thinking about us. Go think about them. Why did the guy, the 29-year-old, I bet he had a great family and a great home like everybody else does. He had a great home. That mom and dad is there and they make good money, and he still shot up everything. For y'all can go out and say, oh, black people don't have fathers in the home. Like, man, stop it. Y'all keep us divided with bullshit. Mr. Andrew Williamson. I know that's not your real name. You're fake. Oh, lefty scum. I know you love racist, Andrew. We know. You guys don't condemn it. Your tribalism, defending each other, and all these single mothers are using rising useless thugs.
I
Abolish
guess
the
that's
trash
supposed to
music
say
and run around.
raising.
But hey, the thing is though, the number one people that buy rap music are white people. So y'all kill me, man. Y'all the number one buyers of this music. So I mean, I don't understand what you're always trying to blame the music for when you're the ones buying the music the most. You're full of crap. Before you open, that's some dumb shit. Blacks kill 11,000 whites. Oh, stop. Most whites are killed by whites. 85, 88% of whites are killed by another white person. 90% of blacks are killed by another black person. Stop trying to be the victim, man. We all violence happen to people that's in your environment, and America is a very segregated country. You're in timeout, Andrew. Nobody listening to nothing else you got to say. Nothing but racism up here. That's all you guys got. Nothing else. Can you come with some legislation or anything that you like that would be passed to help things? Do you have any bills or anything that you like to talk about? Do you have anything that you like to bring up that would make the conversation a little better for America instead of just spewing hate all the time? That's the thing about y'all talking about the right and y'all how much y'all love America, but that's all y'all talk
It's just
about.
blame game for them.
Right. And then they talking about other people are victims. That's all they do is cry. If so, why are white neighborhoods safer than black neighborhoods? There are very bad white neighborhoods and there are bad black neighborhoods. There are some good white neighborhoods and some bad black neighborhoods. Both go. We've had both. BCO funders of U.S. riots, Joe, Ty, and Neville Singham. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Can you look who that is? I don't know who Neville Singham is, bro. You're gonna have to let me know what that is. Funders of U.S. riots, Joe. Oh, okay. So you're saying that these are the people. Who was January 6th funded by? Huh? So when black people and the left riot, and we go out in the streets and try to stand up to what we think is injustice, we're always paid by by Soros or some bull. Tell me who is paying the left? Who is playing the right when they're rioting and tearing stuff up and trying to take over the government? Who paid them? Elon Musk was openly handing out checks for people to go and vote, openly paying people. And y'all always talking about what somebody else is taking, the money somebody else taking. Yeah, it was an insurrection / riot on January 6th. Yeah, you're right. BCO. You got it. I have been in some white neighborhoods that scare me more than walking through the bad part of Nashville or Savannah, Atlanta. That's real, man. They try to act like there's no bad areas that's white. Get the hell out of here. Seen some trailer parks with some crazy looking ass dudes you don't want no part of. Well, I don't know what they be talking about. I don't need to make stuff up. I've seen it. Crazy looking dudes. No teeth, come outside. Shotgun. What you don't want you guys around here. We've all seen it. So I don't know what you're talking about. The guys paying the right is Israel. Hey man, that's what they say. They say they're paying a lot of the podcasters. They're paying a lot of the people to say good things about Israel. So we'll see. No one's blaming conservatives. That's all conservatives do is point the finger and blame. What's the white guy? Right, and Banks. Right, exactly. Josai is the co-founder of Alibaba Ronever, is a communist billionaire living in Shanghai. Huh. Why would they pay the left? Huh. Yeah, I never heard those conspiracies, man. I have to look more into them. One lady got shot on January 6th, while 30 blacks died over George Floyd. I would have to look at the numbers like, bro, I don't know if 30 people died in the George Floyd's situation. I don't think it was that many. And I think it not just one lady, a couple of officers did pass away. A couple committed suicide. I don't know the exact numbers, but don't try to whitewash January 6th and act like it was just a walk in the park. You guys have been doing that for a couple years, and it's pretty disgusting.
It's
Yes.
not 30 people that died during the George Floyd
I knew
riots.
I knew it wasn't no 30 people.
At least 19 people died by early June of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And at least 25 had died by October of 2020.
All right, so he was 5 off.
Five
Not
off.
that many off. So, I mean, regardless, the people were not trying to take over the government.
Right.
At all. The riots and the protest of Black Lives Matter and George Floyd, the stuff got violent, man. It got bad. So, and the police, they don't hold back when it's black people.
Yep. And a total of 9 people died in connection with the January 6th Capitol attack.
Yeah, 9 people. And
9 people.
They like to say 1 all the time when we know it was more than that.
Yep. That includes 5 people who died on January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And within 36 hours, 4 police officers died by suicide within 7 months of that event.
Communism in America, huh? I don't know, BCO. That's a big conspiracy. I'll definitely look into that. But yeah, man, that's a deep conspiracy there. Ashley Babbitt disagrees with you. Oh my goodness. If the person had dark skin that was climbing through that window and got shot, y'all would be celebrating. And it's so crazy that the people who call themselves pro-police and blue lives matter, and y'all okay with the police getting attacked, with senators running, you're okay with that stuff. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that you're okay with that. You're another liberal media lie. Keep worshiping Jazzy Poo, crackhead, you idiots. Yeah, man. You guys are so nice, man. You're so nice. Thanks, Adam. You're such a nice guy. Like, dang, man, this is all y'all do? I know y'all
Mr.
just walk around just...
It's a simple Google search. But if you really want to know the truth, Ashley Babbitt, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, Roseanne Boylan, Officer Brian Sicknick, the police officers that died within 36 hours following the riots include Officer Jeffrey Smith, Officer Howard Lee Bengood, Officer Gunther Hashida, and Officer Kyle DeFreytag.
There you go.
That's the 9 for you.
9 people. You act like we're making it up or something. Like, dude, why don't y'all take accountability? Why are you, in Brazil, they was able to put the guy away who tried to push forward the insurrection, but our guy become president after doing it. Like, he faces no accountability for what he did. Nothing. Nobody says a word. He just goes on with his life. And then y'all put him in president again. Yay, a criminal, a crook who tried to take over because he couldn't win.
The one and only president that has been convicted of 34 felony accounts.
Mm-hmm.
No other president in U.S. history, past, present, or former, has been convicted of any crimes but this one.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, y'all morals and all that stuff, y'all try to talk about accountability, try to tell black people to be accountable. Then y'all president, y'all leader doesn't have accountability for
Takes
anything
no
he does.
accountability.
But you trying to tell black people, the poorest people in the community, to be accountable.
Right, Paige. A lot of them don't live in reality.
Nah, man, they don't live in reality, man. They live in Magaville, where everything is topsy-turvy.
Mm-hmm.
Take accountability for riots after that crackhead who was a whatever, dog. Okay, talk trash about him, man. Y'all the people that was trying to call and get people fired because they said something about Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all talk about George Floyd, talk about this person, talk about Trayvon, have the Skittles challenge. Y'all are disgusting people, man. And then turn around and want somebody to have empathy for you or sympathy for you after you talk shit about everybody else. Like it's pretty disgusting, man. I don't understand conservatives. Like I said, back in the day, it used to be cool to talk to conservatives, man. We used to have good conversations. It was never about all this racist stuff. Nowadays, it's all it is. That's all they got. Like, can we at least have good debates and good discussions about what's going on in the world and what can we do to make this a better nation? Nah, we're stuck in primordial bull. Like racism. Like, dog, what are we in, kindergarten?
It doesn't matter
Man,
how he
dog,
died. He
who
died because
cares?
of the January 6th
Who cares?
riot.
We don't care how he died. We don't care. We care that he should not have been killed. That's what we're talking about.
Now he gonna go look up exactly how each of those 9 people died and come back in the comment section and say this is how they died.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Dude had a drug overdose because he was stressing out because of the situation that was going on January 6th.
Right.
Plenty of people killed themselves, overdosed, everything else of the stress that they went through on that day. Y'all supposed to care about blue lives. I thought y'all cared. You're supposed to be the Blue Lives Matter people, and now y'all don't care about these people and how they died. Now you don't care.
They don't.
And that man, dude, ain't no.
They have
Dude.
they have selective outrage.
To say that Charlie Kirk was killed by the left is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Dude, anyway, there's no. We vote Democrat. It's not a gang, man. People don't bang Democrat. MAGA is the only person that go around wearing hats, wearing all red, got flags. We don't do that. We don't do any of that. We don't have flags. We don't have hats. We're not a gang. We just vote against people that we think that we should be do a better job than what we're seeing from the Republicans. That's it, man. Nobody from the left killed that guy. That guy never, ever, ever was a Democrat. He never was a Republican either. But he did come from a Republican family, Republican home, Republican state, Republican school. He did do that. But he never registered as a Republican or a Democrat. He never did.
He was not an active voter.
Right. He was not, he never voted for anyone.
Right.
So, it's crazy for y'all to just keep saying it, but we know the people in Minnesota, the guy was from the right. We know the guy who blew up the Tesla before Trump even got up in office in Las Vegas. He blew up his Tesla. We know he was from the right. We know all the people who attacked Pelosi with the hammer was from the right. And y'all don't even talk about those things. Well, let's talk about the left and make up stuff. Just making up shit like always, man. Nah, man, there's no gang, man. There's no gang members in the Democratic Party. The gang is MAGA. They wear the same hats, they wear the same colors, and they wear the same flags. Isn't that gang what gangs do?
Yep.
They wear hats, colors, and flags. What does MAGA do? All of the above. It's a gang. That is called a gang. It's the epitome of a gang. You see each other with the same hat on and y'all be like, yeah, MAGA. And do y'all little MAGA whistle.
Right.
Stop it. MAGA is the biggest gang in America.
The biggest.
The left we don't do any of that. We don't have pictures of Trump on our shirts. We don't go around like that. We don't go around with I'm a leftist on my t-shirt.
Right.
We don't do that. You guys do though. You guys do. You're looking like the Crips and Bloods out here, man. throwing up your set and telling and saying your leader there's nothing he can do wrong. He can't go to jail for anything he does. Nothing. Your Black Lives Matter flyers ain't what? What are you talking about? We're not. I'm claiming peace, man. That's what I'm claiming, Shine. I'm claiming a better America. I want to claim that we all figure out something for peace. We could stop shooting everybody and bring down the rhetoric. Nah, man, I don't wear a Black Lives Matter shirt. Nobody wears Antifa shirts, man. No one does that, man. No one does that. What did Malcolm X said about he lived in the time when the Dixie Democrats were around, brother. He had a different view of Democrats because Democrats had a different ideology at that time of Malcolm X. So yeah, I would think he would say something different about Democrats then than he would say about Democrats today. The ideologies have switched, but the people believe in is not the same. I'm claiming libtard. Y'all are so silly, man. Claiming peace while voting for the left is like being gay, voting for What? Bro, the left believes in peace. Hamas does not. The left believes in all of us getting along. I don't know how y'all talk about the right is about the violence. Their whole thing is about don't tread on me. It's about don't take my gun away or over my cold dead hands. That is the stance of the right. There's no violent stances with the left. Like y'all can just really keep that because it doesn't exist. The true biggest gang is the exuberantly rich politicians that exist across the land, red and blue. Both receive ape. Man, the rich are the people we should be aiming at instead of fighting with each other over scraps. But that's what we do, man. We fight, even though we know the rich is the one that's taking all the money. Since the 70s, the richest has went to the top 1%. And we just keep watching them just get richer and richer and richer. There weren't any billionaires in the 80s. In the 90s, we had a couple of billionaires popping up, 2000s even more as the taxes get left. It's get lower and lower for these guys. We always talk about the Make America Great. It's the best times for America financially, maybe not morally or culturally, but financially was the 50s and 60s and early 70s when the taxes were the highest.
When the rich paid 94%, 98% in taxes.
When taxes were the highest and you could live off one income. There wasn't any billionaires. These people didn't make money like that. Now that the Reagan tax cuts, taking away our pension plans and giving us 401k. The 90s when all the rich people started getting the .com bubbles when they got rich off that. Then they got even more rich in the 2000s. We just keep watching them make more and more money. And we just keep fighting over each other as they laugh while we fight over scraps from the table. We eating chitlins down here while they eating good pork steaks and bacon. And y'all sitting around calling everybody N-words while we're all in the same damn pool of poorness. Same pool. We all swimming in it. But we want to fight each other and put each other's heads and drown each other in the poorness instead of coming together and realizing what's really going on. Do something about these people taking all our money. They're taking our Medicare. They're taking our Social Security. They're taking it all, man, and giving it to the rich people, giving them more tax breaks. And they keep saying and promising that it's going to trickle down. It's going to equal more jobs and something better. But we all see it, man, from Generation X to the millennials to Z. We all see what's going on, man. We're not about to have shit. We can't afford nothing. We don't have enough to get houses now. We don't have enough to afford anything, man. No, man, y'all always talking about what black people need to do. I'm talking about what all of us need to do. Y'all always so worried about us, while everybody is losing. It's not just black people, it's all people. I know it sounds good because you're like, man, I feel like I'm better than black people, so let's talk about them. Nah, man, it's going down, man. Even the average white guy can't afford a home in today's environment. That's what we need to be talking about. That's what we need to be on, instead of fighting with each other and letting the rich get away with all the money. Typical leftists thinks it's corporate greed, not their fucked up moral and political. How can you talk about morals when your president was convicted of rape? What are you talking about? You have no morals to stand on, bro. Straight up, man. Y'all, you cannot talk about morals anymore. The Republican Party has flushed morals down the toilet. You don't care about the Constitution. You don't care about any crime. You don't care what your side do, and whatever crimes they commit is all good. Man, stop it. Yes, some of the rich do give paychecks, definitely. But do CEOs have to be making 500 times more than the average worker? CEO pay wasn't this high in the 70s and 80s, but now average CEO is making 500 times more than me. And you think that's okay? The worker can't even feed. He's got to get on aid because he can't pay for anything. But the CEO got 500 times more money than I do. It's literally the offshore jobs for corporations that slowly bleed American institutions with bail out after bail. Yeah, they keep getting bailed out. They do, I agree. Will all the offshore jobs like manufacturing save the day? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's not going to happen, man. We're not going to get those jobs back. Can we think of something to manufacture chips and something that's going to be worth something? Yes. But are we going to be manufacturing frisbees and tennis shoes? No, that's not going to happen. It doesn't make sense for America to go back to those days. We already had those times. We should be educating our people to make sure that we are getting high quality jobs that's creating these computers, that's building these AIs, that's keeping up the infrastructure for when it comes to everything that's technology based. We should have the smartest technology people when it comes in the world, but we're letting countries around the world lap us because we want to make education so expensive the average person can't even go to school. That is dumb. We're supposed to be going through versus China, and China puts education number 1, not number 563.
Right.
As we watch public education get destroyed every day by the Trump administration. If you had a skill worth a damn or a product that people want, you would become, man, dog. The chances of becoming rich in America is slimmer than you people think it is. The chances of being born poor in America and coming out rich at the end is not as high as you think it is. What's the chances?
The odds of becoming a millionaire in the United States are approximately 1 in 15.
1 in 15.
But it's not a universal guarantee, as age, education, income, and personal choices like consistent saving and investing significantly increase that probability.
Dude, you telling me I don't have any skills? You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know what skills. You don't know what education I have, because I am educated. This might not be the greatest education, but I am educated. I have a degree. I have a skill. I'm taken care of, man. But I still do not think that there should be people that have almost $1 trillion while there's people that are starving in America. I don't think that should happen here. One guy has $1 trillion. What the fuck? You can't even spend that in a lifetime. It's not smart. It's not smart. And what's going to happen is the poor are going to uprise. They're going to riot. There's going to be a day when they're going to get sick of this. They can't afford bread. And this dude is riding around with $1 trillion.
And it costs approximately $25 billion a year to end hunger in America.
Man, hunger. This dude could end hunger by himself.
By himself.
By himself. The Department of Education didn't do anything. No, that's not true. There's a lot of states that have great education. It's just the Republican states that can't figure out education for some reason. They can't figure it out. Here in Arizona, we got the worst education in the country. Number 50. We suck. We can't figure it out. Arkansas, Alabama can't figure it out. All the fucking southern states can't never figure it out. Massachusetts, California, Illinois, they have great education systems.
Virginia has a great education
Virginia
system
is
too.
dope too. Public education is great. People come out of these places very educated. But when you go to a Republican state, oh my goodness. They don't want to give $3 to education. They want to take every dollar they can because they don't want people to know anything.
Elon earned his wealth.
I don't care if he earned it or not. All the tax cuts and incentives that we give him and all the money that we give him because he has government money that comes to him too. Right.
All the government subsidies.
All the subsidies that come to this dude. We put money in this dude's pockets. All these people get, man, they always telling you, oh, hand out this, hand out that. Man, these people getting all so much money from him. They get so much money to Elon. Defense contracts, all satellite contracts. He gets so much money to get hooked up to help him. Y'all think these people just get rich? Man, people are giving them money. Peace out, Chef Vallejos. We don't care. Bye. Damn.
Elon Musk companies, primarily Tesla and SpaceX, have received an estimated $38 billion
in subsidies,
in government contracts, loans, and subsidies, and also tax credits since 2003.
Exactly.
According to the
$38 billion
Washington Post analysis.
Billion.
About 2/3 of this funding, including at least $1 billion annually since 2016, was for SpaceX, was awarded in the 5 years leading up to that report.
Yeah, man, you can try to tell me whatever you want, man. This dude,
man just got $38 billion in government subsidies.
He just got all type money. The government hands him money for all type things that they want him to do, things that they're helping him to do, ideas that they want him to put in place, different things they're investing into him. I understand the guy is doing a lot. I get it. But if he paid more taxes, he wouldn't have all this money.
He worth $1 trillion.
Arizona is a snowbird haven where the elderly vote against education infrastructure because they raise families and other. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard of. And I hear people say that all the time. Why would people come from other states and come here and not care about the education because their families are already raised? There's still kids that have to go to school and you don't care about them because you already raised. That is some crap. But that is exactly what we're talking about. You know, America don't care about Americans.
Yep.
Weird stuff. But I'll stay over the time, man. I wanted to talk to y'all because I liked it. We're going to get up out of here, man. We appreciate you guys sitting with us and talking a little trash. Catch up with us on Saturday. Please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man. We'll love for you guys to come back and have this conversation and talk about more stuff.
Bell.
Definitely hit the bell. And yes, Homan is on video taking the money. Come on, man. Don't come in here all late, man. He took the money and he put it in his pocket. They got it on video. And we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be pushing to get that video out, like I said. So catch us on Saturday morning, 11 o'clock a.m. sharp, and hit that notification, man, and bell. And we'll talk about more about what's going on in the world. Till next time, peace.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habaryentertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.